Hey, let's try turning my mic on first. Inspid, you are first. Welcome. Latin Guido, I hope that you witness history as well. Because that means I did a thing successfully. And I would be overjoyed if I did that thing successfully. Alright. Let's get everything working. The trick is sitting so close to my desk and getting this Wii sensor bar to pick up my remote. Hey, there we go. Wow, I feel like this is really low on the sound. Because my left speaker isn't working. That's why. I was like, man, my volume's like up all the way. What's going on? Same, except for my Jirachi's getting streamed. It sure is. Jugador. What are you doing, my N-word? Saludos desde Peru. Hello from Peru is translated that, I guess. Jugador? I don't know why your comment didn't show up. That's funny, though. Why is it a Pokemon Coliseum preview on a bonus disc? That makes 0 sense. Oh well. It's not here to make sense, I guess. Yeah, that's roughly what it translates to, is greetings from Peru. More specifically, I think it's good evening. Oh, yep, baby already wants to play with my controller. So it's brass, is it? Ooh, I get to go to the middle of nowhere, hoeing. Get a Pokemon that I'll have for like 7 minutes and toss in the trash can. Oh, that's why you're grabby. You dropped your pacifier, little one. Maybe if I get this shiny this stream, I'll show the crappy hairdo I have going on underneath this hat right now. I would love to get this shiny this stream, because that means I did achieve my goal of getting it in fewer than 100 encounters. Make sure everything is on your desk. Basically, go check out the PC just to make sure you know what's there. Hopefully everybody's doing well tonight. Looks like we got about 10 people popping in here, so that's awesome. We like to see it in the double digits for the stream. One day it'll be the triple digits and I'll feel really awesome. Yeah, one day. Even if it is just to check out Baby Coin. But one day. You know what's interesting about the Pokemon world? There's no bathrooms. Like, it's just house and kitchen. Living room, kitchen, and bedroom. If you're lucky. Not a single bathroom. And just going through my mind, I can't recall seeing a single bathroom in any of the games. So it's going to be really exciting if I manage to find a shiny starter, but it's also going to be incredibly sad because I'm going to have to spend time during the stream to get it transferred over to Pokemon Emerald so that I can keep it. Yeah, let's go whoop May. So, my official headcanon, by the way, taking a detour, is that this boy is Max. At least I think that's his name. The little boy that goes on an adventure with May and Ash, like, I have my headcanon that that little boy's him. Douglas Breno, welcome. How does this hunt work? You've never seen it before? Well, this hunt works by playing a Game Boy Advance while hooked up to a GameCube. So, I mean, for streaming purposes, it's a little bit different, but if you were to do it yourself, not streaming, you would use a Game Boy Advance, a copy of Ruby or Sapphire, and you would play the game until you get the Pokedex, save it, use the GameCube adapter to plug your Game Boy Advance into your GameCube, and then you would give yourself the bonus disc Jirachi that's down in the bottom right-hand corner of my screen. And then you would turn off the Game Boy Advance, pop it back on, and see if you got a shiny Jirachi instead of just a regular Jirachi. If not, you reset the game entirely, start a new save file, and you try again. And it takes about 7 minutes if you're focused, but usually about 10 minutes because I get sidetracked to get one. This one's a little bit different because I am streaming it and needed an easy way to get it connected to my PC. So I have the GameCube with the Game Boy Advance adapter, the bonus disc for Jirachi, in my Wii. So I'm playing this game, this Sapphire game, on my GameCube through the Game Boy Advance game adapter while playing the bonus disc through my Nintendo Wii. And I got my GameCube adapter connected into my Wii instead, so it's a little complicated, but we got it. If the Wii U could play GameCube games, we could also use that, but alas, it cannot. High Game Boy Color? Nah, Game Boy Advanced. We're up to date, kind of. Also, May's battle music is a complete and total bop. I love it. Oh yeah, it is a hecka long reset. It's excruciating, kind of. Mudkip, so help me, if you live through this, I'm gonna cry. Which means that this is a particularly good Torchic, in case you guys didn't know. The fact that I went in there like missing 6 HP to begin with, or 7, and I still came out with 6, it's got either great defense or great HP and possibly great attack, because I feel like I should have been hit one more time from her. Or all of them. It could have 3 good stats. That was just a particularly good Torchic. Sometimes you get a garbage Torchic, and that first battle is crazy. And this would be faster on an emulator because I could drop a save state before I got it, and then one afterwards, but I want to do it all on original hardware, at least as original as I can. Just to make sure that it is 100% natural. Or get Pokemon Let's Go. Honestly, for hunting Mewtwo, I would do it in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. If you're looking for one on the Switch to do, I would choose that one over any of the others. You're waiting until your uncle bring you the games for your original Game Boy so you can play the original Pokemon games? Oh, there you go. Oh, hey, I finished it in 7 minutes this time? Heck yeah. I was actually, like, on point. I'll take it. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu Eevee is going to be an easier hunt. And that's kind of why I say not that one. But at the same time, it's also going to be Let's Go Pikachu Eevee stats. So you're converting, like, the rare candies or the Pokemon candies into IVs and all that. And I just don't think it's the best way to hunt, even though you probably will do it a little bit faster. Just for the better odds, Shiny Charm, all that stuff with original... Well, I guess Shiny Charm doesn't really help with static encounters anyways. I would still recommend BDSP in resetting that way myself. Just because I feel like it's a more legitimate hunt than Let's Go Pikachu Eevee. I really dislike those games, to be honest. I definitely wouldn't hunt it on Gen 3, though, because that's going to take an eternity and a half. I think shiny hunting Mew on the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl would be a more typical hunt. A feel for an actual hunt. Very, very similar. And also to Shiny Gamer, I thoroughly enjoyed the original Pokemon games. They were quite something. You're hunting Kyogre in BDSP. Epic. Love that. And just to be sure, when you're soft resetting, you're able to use the tablet, go to the and encounter it, but like save right before that, right? So you don't have to like do a whole bunch of shenanigans again before your next encounter. So I could save a good amount of time right here if I didn't want any shiny starter that I actually managed to get during this hunt, if I didn't want them to have my OT. You saved right in front of the Kyogre. Epic. Resetting in BDSP is torture. Its load time is pretty horrendous, not gonna lie. It is a pretty slow startup. You did that for Arceus? Yep. Dialga and Palkia. Oh wait, this stream doesn't have that. Also, I'm not leaving, but I'll be right back here. Oh, come on. I put my hair up in kind of top knot ponytail type thing just to see if it was long enough to do so, and kind of started streaming with it under my hat, and I don't know how my wife makes it all day with her hair in a ponytail. That started to hurt real fast. Oh yeah, Terra Raids are almost always shiny locked, at least the 7-star ones for the new Pokemon. I would love to see Shiny Mew be obtainable and have that be a fun way to reintroduce a Shiny Mew that's legitimate, because really, there's not a lot of ways to get a Shiny Mew legitimately. The main one that comes to mind is, I think it's Birth Island or Naval Rock, one of the two. I think it's Naval Rock. In Emerald that you can shiny hunt Mew, and I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to get a Japanese copy of the game to make it more authentic, but I am going to have to edit the save file to have the Aurora ticket. If not, or is it the Aurora ticket? There's another ticket. Eon ticket, one of the two. Aurora. Either way, I'm going to be editing my save file to have that ticket so that I can actually do the shiny hunt, or I'm going to be using an action replay to walk through walls, and I'm just going to walk to the island and hunt it. So, yeah, I'm hoping that we can get another legitimate method to shiny hunt Mew. I know there was the Pokemon Go event that you can't get anymore, so that's kind of sad. Other than that, I think Mew's been shiny locked most of its existence. Old C map is for Mew. There we go. Thank you. Brian Guzman, welcome. What event is back? Oh, for the shiny Mew? What? Is that Mew going to be shiny or able to be? Oh, on Pogo? Oh! I might actually buy that. Guaranteed shiny. When's the date for that? Like, is it happening right now, or is it still out in the future? I know you have to, like, at least in times past, you had to buy some research for it. Yeah, it's a lengthy research task that you have to pay to get on your game. It's going to be this month or next month. No, they better have, because, like, hot dang. That's a good way for them to get money, and, like, that would be worth it for me, because I didn't know that those events were going to have shiny legendaries possible, or else I would have been all over them. I know they did Celebi too, and I think they did Jirachi there, but I'm not confident on that one. A few days from now. Hopefully it's on Sunday so that I can actually do it. I'm gonna have to open up my Pokemon Go for the first time in months. Because that is such worth it, even though I'm going to still buy the copy of Pokemon Emerald in Japanese to get it. The chances of this... Yeah, they're 8,000 and some odd. Oh, July 6th through the 12th? So I can buy the ticket tomorrow. Definitely going to do that. Yeah, if you buy the ticket, you have it forever. Yeah, Connor, the chances of a shiny in this game are somewhere just north of 8,000, like, but below 8,200, if I remember correctly. I can't remember if Jirachi... I don't think Jirachi's in Scarlet and Violet. But I am planning one for Sword and Shield. And I think we're going to have some time before the SV bots actually get back up in a usable capacity. Yeah, Latin Guido, like, you can definitely do the flashcart method. For authenticity's sake, I do require myself to grind it out on the actual hardware, though. But yes, I am aware that... I mean, getting a flashcart is going to be how I edit the save file on the Japanese copy anyways. Just to get the ticket in there. But, historically speaking... there should be no English Shiny Mew from Gen 3. I mean, I guess they can choose their language in Japan on that cart to be English. Well, maybe not, actually. I think those ones didn't have language options. Because it doesn't ask me on this one if I want to play it in Spanish. But you could get the map ticket on your English copy if you took your English copy over there for the event, but I'm definitely going to do it on the original hardware. I also have a shiny Manaphy hunt set up and ready to go that's going to be on original hardware. I actually found a copy of Pokemon Ranger with the eggs still intact, so that was really, really cool. And I was able to use some save editing on that through my 3DS to get more eggs, so I'm going to be shiny hunting 5 eggs at a time and trading them back and forth. How long have I been shiny hunting Jirachi? It takes roughly 2 hours to do 20 encounters if I'm being diligent, so I'm gonna say at least 10 hours because I know I haven't been diligent. On your day off, you keep forgetting to play. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, that's brutal. Well, happy 25th Sunday. I will celebrate your birthday by going to a Fall Out Boy concert. It's actually on Friday. So I'm excited. I go to work tomorrow, and then I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. I'm hopeful that Sunday I will be able to spend some time analyzing the code for the SV bots and figure out how to get them up. I doubt I will be able to, though. For those that are wondering with the SV bots, yes, channels do have them up. However, they have their own programmers employed or are themselves a programmer to a degree, and they know what they're doing. Also, in that vein, technically speaking, None of the SV bots that are operating right now are operating on full legality with the auto legality mod. From what I understand, the code has been updated-ish, but they haven't fully finished data mining the changes that Pokemon Home added to Pokemon Hex or PK Hex and the ALM. So since Pokemon Home, the bots haven't been running on 100% legal code, if you will. And now, since there's an update, what those update does is, like, say in your code there's directional pointers that tell things where to go. When they update the code, those pointers change, so the map on where the Pokemon go from trades and stuff, and, you know, where it pulls its data from, and all that kind of change and go through different routing sequences and whatnot, or it has slightly different coding. You have to go through the game's original coding, find those pointers, which can be difficult to do, and then you have to find where it goes in the Sysbot program and update them. So, like, I know how these programmers are doing it, I know the process, but I don't have the skill set to do it myself. That's why I don't have bots, is because while channels do have the bots out, it's because they programmed it and they have an edge, and they're going to utilize that. Not everybody shares the updates freely because it's bad business. But Sysbot isn't in it for business. They do it for fun. So they take longer to update the code because they're not in it for monetary gains. They aren't in it for views on YouTube. They are doing it just as a fun side project for their resume at jobs and all that. Because that's something that employers in the programming field actually look for, is like, what have you done with your programming skills since college? Because nothing you do in college counts for crap. So, I myself am not a programmer. I can read code a little bit, but I couldn't write it to save my life. So I'm at a disadvantage until I learn how, and it's gonna take a long time for me to get up to snuff with even figuring out how to do some of this stuff with guides. It's a very complex process. How do you hunt Jirachi? It takes that long? Yeah, it takes 10 minutes an encounter. 7 to 10 minutes. It's not an easy hunt, for sure. Yeah, 3-day weekend for Fallout Boy. It's a pretty good deal, not gonna lie. Hey, no problem. Glad you could get that Zeraora, Douglas. Shiny hunting in these games are very, very rough. Their odds are not great. Luckily, this one has slightly better odds. It's like 1 in every 7,212 or something stupid like that. I forget the exact numbers, but I swear every time I say that, Lagia Cruz, one of my mods in my Discord server, will pop into the YouTube chat in a timely manner and correct me on the number. So, yeah. The true odds are like 9 in every 6,860 some odd or something stupid like that. But it simplifies to 1 in every 7,200. Favorite Pokemon from Gen 9? Myself is... I mean, Sprigatito is awesome, and I like Meowscarada just because I think it's a pretty good powerhouse for a grass starter. It's the first time I've ever chosen a grass starter without the purpose of completing the dex and just trading it away. But I do gotta say, I really loved Mankey and Primeape in the original games, and I gotta say, I love the idea that they finally got some love after 9 generations. Annihilape's one of my favorite Pokemon. Also, over on Twitch, I'm not ignoring you. I just cannot pronounce that word. I assume it means hello. Heis. It sounds vaguely Swedish. I took a coding class, well, 2 coding classes. One for web development on the front end, and I took another for C++. So I can kind of read the code and generally understand, you know, this one's an integer, this one's, you know, this calls this calls that, and some things, but I can look at the code and kind of understand what it's saying and what it's doing, but if the code was gone, I couldn't write it to do such things. I don't know the vernacular to write it, but if I see it, I can see what it means. Oh, gotcha, internet slang, okay. Basically just like hi. Hi. Ceruledge is another cool Pokemon. I love that one as well. One in every 8,192. That sounds accurate. You've been reading the A+ certification book. What is A+? I have never heard of that. I got a female Torchic in this game? That's almost worth saving, yo. Hey, Zanelia. Welcome. Stopping by to say hi and leave a like. We love that. Thank you. How do you check the Jirachi in these games? You get it in your game and you check its summary. T Lightning, welcome. It's probably TB Lightning, but you know, it can be combined. Thank you for the follow, sub. Yeah, it shows it on its summary screen. It'll give the sprite for it. It's like C++, but not. More legendary Paradoxmon. Well, we're definitely going to be getting that, good sir. We definitely are getting the legendary doggos from both 5th gen and 2nd gen. So that's already a given. There's no way they're just going to do Suicune and Iron Leaves. Like, Cobalion, Terrakion, whatever the crap that thing's name is, Entei and Raikou will definitely be done. There's no question about that in my mind. They can't not do those. It's for the Tampa Bay Lightning, but shortened. Okay. Woof woof. Well, that woof woof just got nixed, so... Holy crap. Guys, this rocks. We're like at 30 viewers right now through Twitch and YouTube. That's crazy. This is the most viewers I think I've had on just a basic shiny hunt. Well, this particular shiny hunt's anything but basic. But I'll take it. So help me, if Raikou is not a future mon, and Entei being a past mon, I am going to be very, very, very sad. If any of those dogs deserved to be futuristic, it was Suicune. Although, I think all of the Gen 2 dogs are going to be past, and all of the Gen 5 dogs are going to be future. That just makes sense. Because of the Scarlet and Violet books, the pictures that they saw was not just one of the doggos, it was all of them combined. So I think we're getting past versions of the Johto dogs. And it does, Connor. It does take away from the lore that they originally had. However, there is no official in-game lore stating that they were the dead Eevee evolutions. Odd as that sounds, officially speaking, that's not confirmed, but that is very, very, very good lore. Fan theories as well. What it does state is 3 Pokemon died and were resurrected by Ho-Oh in that tower. But it doesn't say they were Eeveelutions. It's not Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon. But it very, very, very well could be. And I fully support that fan headcanon. Because, like, when they first announced that, you know, Walking Wake, or whatever its name is, I went on a lore hunting binge because I very, very vividly remember that being lore set in the game around Ecruteak City. I scoured that entire game looking for that and couldn't find anything. Angles, I think that those are going to come out in raids to keep people interested in the game for the same 3 years that Sword and Shield had. Because we're getting the DLC after, like, what, a year and a half? That seems very, very, very fast to me. I mean, I'm sure Sword and Shield got it about the same. But, like, we talked about Sword and Shield for, like, a good 5 years, I feel like. It had a long life. And I would also love Legends Celebi that explores on that lore. However, the unfortunate part about Legends Celebi, it would be far, far in the past, I would suspect. According to the in-game lore, the burned tower only happened 200 years prior, whereas with Legends Arceus, it was like thousands of years prior, at least 1,000 or something like that. Let's see, Renee says, Raikou, Electrike, Entei, Growlithe, Suicune is interesting because you have no idea. Yeah, so here's the thing with how that headcanon got started. I think the creator of Pokemon wrote some things, and then like an English author translator did some other things with the books for Gen 2. Because like Pokemon had several books that you were able to get your Scholastic book fair and stuff. I was an avid Pokemon fan, so I insisted upon buying Pokemon volumes and books and stuff. One of them was about Entei, Raikou, and Suicune, and I think that's where some of the lore comes from. Also, with the in-game lore, the Suicune, Entei, Raikou were Pokemon that died in the burning of down at the tower, and Ho-Oh resurrected them and all that fun stuff. The reason why it's assumed that the Pokemon before were Flareon, Vaporeon, and Jolteon is because, one, they're the original 3 evolutions. They all have a type for that. But those towers were like religious worship centers of a sort. There's like monks everywhere up in there. And Ecruteak City has a lot to do with death, rebirth on its own right due to the gym leader, as well as the kimono dancers. It's a very heavily Japanese-inspired town, as it should be. Like, the entirety of the game is focused on the older Shinto nature of Japan, whereas Kanto's the more advanced technological side of Japan in Tokyo, or the Kanto prefecture, I should say. The Kimono girls all had their own evolution. Now, that was partly so that some trainers in the game would have them, and it made sense to have them be, you know, sisters and have them be dancing and all that. But since a lot of evolutions are around that area, it just naturally connected that, oh yeah, it was the evolutions that died and, you know, got resurrected and all that. Ooh, my baby has passed out. Let's catch up on some comments. Slap that like button. Like it owes you money. Yes, do so. Gotta jump on to Soul Silver again. And Soul Silver might have some expounded information. So yeah, that would be a great source to check. I did not think to do that one. It could expand upon those being confirmed. If talk about the original Pokemon before Ho-Oh changed them, evolution sounds possible. Yeah, absolutely. 1,300 is your longest hunt? You lucky soul. My longest one is like 8,000. Last hunt you did was Charmander, took you 1,800 eggs. By far longest you've had to hunt. Gosh dang, you guys are a little low on your long hunts there. I'm here for it though. You're new to shiny hunting. You have the beginner's luck. Let's see, while that's loading, let's take a pop over onto my other shiny hunting screen. Yeah, those are my hunts. My longest one is 7,814. Second longest is 5,820. Third longest 4355, and fourth longest is 2212. So yeah, and those are actually the order in which I hunted them, so that's pretty cool. Lot of hunting done. Hey Austin, welcome. Gourmet, I'm old, you fall asleep after 10. Dude, I'm getting there. It's like barely 8 and I'm ready for the pass out train. So is my kid, so that's kind of interesting. I feel like he shouldn't really be asleep right now though. Shiny Shaman is pretty dope. I hate it now though because I had the hardest time telling the difference between the two colors. It's sad, but it was a little bit difficult. And it took me way longer than I thought it would, and I psyched myself out so bad with the methods, because that was one where you didn't have to soft reset, you could run away and come back, and I did like 5,000 encounters of that, and I was like, I can't do it anymore. Like, I just feel like I'm missing the shiny due to the frames. I would rather soft reset and start up and have the frames start counting from a set point than think the entire time that if I would have just been a millisecond faster on my leaving the frame and then coming back, it would have been shiny. Like, it was messing with me so bad. You're already in bed and it's not even 8 p.m. yet. If I wasn't streaming, I would be there. I actually contemplated not streaming this today and going to bed, but I was like, I want to get some of that counter going up. Like, I'm never going to find it if I don't hunt it. And this one is one that I kind of want to do on stream as much as possible. I don't want to just do some in my spare time without streaming and just randomly show up and have 6,000 encounters on you guys and be like, oh yeah, I'm streaming this Jirachi shiny hunt. This is how long I've got into it. I'd rather shiny hunt all of it if possible on stream. But we'll see. Usually when I get to about 500, I say screw it and start shiny hunting while recording, but off stream, because it's a little easier to manage the house and everything else in life, not worrying about the sounds that are going on behind me and around. And I'm not focusing on chat at that time. It's just grind it out. So sometimes it's easier to do off stream and just record my reaction to it. You cannot shiny hunt in Legends Arceus, unfortunately. So yeah, if you miss the Shaman and Darkrai events, you're gonna need a cheat device to extract your save file or something and inject that ticket into it. My favorite shiny, legendary, and mythical. Favorite legendary shiny is always going to be Rayquaza. Like, it can't be anything but. For mythicals, thinking back through all of them, I gotta say Marshadow has a pretty legit shiny mythical. Mew is alright. Celebi, the pink onion versus the green onion, it's okay. Jirachi, it's barely noticeable. It's just reddish. Shaman, not a fan. Manaphy, barely different. Keldeo, non-existent. Meloetta, pretty non-existent. Hoopa's cool, turns solid gold. Yeah, I gotta say, Marshadow's probably the coolest shiny mythical. Genesect is also pretty cool. You found 4 shiny on the plane with her Let's Go Pikachu? Yeah, that game's pretty easy to hunt in. How do I feel about shiny Yveltal? Shiny Yveltal is pretty good. As you can tell, I too watch Mikey. Shiny Deoxys is pretty legit. I forget that he's a mythical sometimes. He just never really seems like one. He very well seems more like a legendary. Okay, baby, you're like breaking your neck. Sleeping like that. Come on. Shiny Kyogre and Celebi for you. You like the pink boys, huh? I wish you luck in your shiny Kyogre hunt. Deoxys is the most available mythic. Is Magearna mythical, or is it just legendary? Mythical. If Magearna is mythical, it's the most easily readily available. But I can understand how Deoxys would be beating it out, or a close second, just because you are guaranteed to get one every playthrough of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So I could easily see that being a thing. Mew is also pretty obtainable now that it's a 3DS VC. Just because you could do stuff in the game to get a level 7 Mew, which I think is awesome, and it could even be shiny hunted. And I thought about doing that one, but that one technically isn't seen as fully legit, even though it's coded into the game. Like, it's obviously that it's obtained through a glitch. But I believe that that Mew specifically is transferable into your Pokemon Home account, so they like allow for it. Yeah, Shiny Mewtwo just turned greenish, and It's not the greatest. Okay, dude, if you're gonna sleep, I'm putting you in your carrier here. Of course you would do that. So if he's tired, he can sleep. He just better sleep tonight, or else I'm gonna cry myself to sleep. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the green shinies. Ooh, Torchic, bro. Thanks for hanging in there. You almost died. Right. Some people might do that. I'm lucky enough that I have access to play it on a few different devices, so if I wanted to, I could get one to keep in my Pokemon Go account and another to trade away. Like, that would be easily doable for me. I have a Pokemon Go account on my iPad as well. At one point, I was doing videos for Pokemon Go, but they were just so hard to do and so unpredictable in what you were doing. It's like a lot of it just didn't make sense to do. Like, I don't even know what events and stuff I was filming while I did it. I don't dump money into the game to get stuff, so it kind of didn't have very great content for me because I didn't pay to do raids and I wasn't good at getting shiny raids at all. I've never gotten a shiny raid on Pokemon Go, ever. Fave water starter? Come on now. My favorite generation is Generation 3 purely because of my Swampert boy. The only reason why I'm not choosing Mudkip as my starter in this juncture is because it is a couple more clicks to grab it. Shiny Groudon is a pretty cool one, given that it's all gold. I can support that. I would have to say my second favorite shiny legendary is probably Cresselia. And then in idea, Regirock. Regirock's pretty awesome. I just like the idea that it has an in-game lore explanation for why it's shiny. Like, it just picked up different sediment in different rocks. I think that's incredibly cool. Ooh, shiny Kyurem. Or Kyurem, however you say that. Oh yeah, I definitely have a video of that on my channel. Yeah, actually, I think if you select any one of my videos after October of 2022, any one of those videos is going to have a direct link to that hunt. Just because I thought it was really cool. Not a shiny. But that's how you check if it's shiny. You just check its face there, and if it's got red tassels, you're good to go. Shiny Solgaleo is a pretty cool shiny. I think shiny shiny Lunala is better. But for me, that's just a color scheme issue. Shiny Decidueye. That's a pretty good one. Black Greninja is a great starter shiny. I think that's one of the best. I do think that as far as starters that turn black, I think Charizard's cooler. But not because Greninja isn't cool, just because I like the black Charizard. But Greninja is definitely up there on the shiny starter train. One that's not is Swampert. I hate Swampert shiny. I think that it should have turned into a white Mudfish. Because, like, a lot of Axolotls are whiter in nature. But there are pink ones, so I do understand the shiny coloring. It makes sense. Shiny Giratina. That is another great shiny, and I do have to say that one's pretty high up there on my favorites list. I would say it's probably a tie with Cresselia, or, you know, third at best, like, or at worst. And I have one. I caught it in the original, I believe it was, yeah, Platinum. I caught it in Platinum. That one was a great shiny hunt. Unfortunately, I have to hunt it again in BDSP because I didn't get it on film, but it's going to be great. I just got to have more time to shiny hunt. I started doing these longer ones, and I shouldn't have. I should have saved them, but they got to get done at some point. So I'm going to do this one, the Jirachi hunt, and, you know, after I get established in it, I'm going to start switching it up with hunting different legendaries during the week and doing this one primarily on my weekend. This one I was just too tired to get everything set up I needed to do for the BDSP hunt. So this one's going to take me forever. I will be doing this one for probably a year or better, hunting this on my days off. Just because they always take so long. Also, welcome, Stang Says. Stang Says has said that they are a big fan of Shiny Beedrill. I just caught that on Twitch. Love the green boys. Yeah, Beedrill's pretty cool. That one makes sense. Pokeball Magearna is not a shiny. Its shiny is actually an Ultra Ball. Or it could be said that its shiny is actually a Luxury Ball. Either or. Because it's like solid black with gold frills, which one would assume is the coloring of the Ultra Ball, but it also could be said that it's a Luxury Ball as well. Ooh, Shiny Dragonair is so beautiful, but they screwed the pooch on the Shiny Dragonite. I love Pink Dratini. I think that one is incredibly cool. It can be shiny, just not legal. Yeah. Just not legal yet. Swampert Pink is the best. Before it evolves, it just gets really, really sick. Yes, the Dragonite gets seasick. Or I guess the Dragonair gets seasick and then evolves. And then it's just perpetually green. Favorite shiny out of the Gen 2 dogs? I'm gonna have to go with Entei, but mostly because I don't remember right off what the other two doggo shinies look like. And even if I did see them, I feel like Entei's more burnt charcoal coloring just wins out. Let me Google this real fast. I will get a valid answer. I'm gonna be honest, none of them. But if I have to pick one, I'm gonna maintain Entei. Suicune, it just changes its hair color. Raikou would be the second favorite though, but I like Entei's being more of a charcoal color. We made him Google. Did I say Raichu on accident? Because, gosh dang. Raikou does look more tiger-like, and I can respect that. Oh, okay, I was worried. They do sound similar, though, Raikou and Raichu. I don't know, the other day in my video for Zeraora, I couldn't remember what generation Marshadow came from, whether it was 6 or 7. I'm inclined to say 6 right now because Hoopa's is 7, and I feel like Zeraora and Hoopa being in the same generation with Marshadow is just too much, so Deontay and Marshadow, I'm going to say, are in the same. I also vaguely remember, like, being obsessed with Marshadow and trying to get it at the same time that Trevenant was a thing, because I thought it was really cool that they introduced 2 grass-type ghosties. Oh, Shiny Ho-Oh is beautiful. Lugia kind of sucks, but Shiny Ho-Oh is beautiful. That would make way too much sense, though. I am just so ticked that Ho-Oh, like, can't be shiny ever in Pokemon Coliseum. Like, that's major sads to me. A giant autumn turkey, yes. Like, you can shiny hunt any shadow Pokemon in Pokemon Coliseum. You just can't shiny hunt Ho-Oh because it's not a shadow. And then they fixed it in XD Gale of Darkness so you can't shiny hunt Lugia as well. That's kind of a bummer. Yes, I believe you can generate in a shiny Magearna. That's why they know what the sprites look like, is they are there and you can put them into your game. It's just very unadvisable to do so. I still have to do a couple trainers on Battle Mountain and purify the heck out of all of my Pokemon, and I'll have my most recent playthrough of it that I streamed complete. And this stream wouldn't be complete without Smoker popping in and saying, when are you going to finish that? So, like, I'm still waiting for it. He's a long-time subscriber of the channel, been watching my videos for a long time, and every time I do a giveaway video, he's like, when's the stream? And I never plan out my streams in advance because they're pretty difficult to plan time for, because if I plan time for them, something always happens. So they're better spur of the moment. I got time to stream right now. Things. And eventually I will be finishing my Pokemon Coliseum playthrough and starting XD Gale of Darkness. I just got more things I want to do than I have time to do them right now. Hey Tavon, we'll catch you later. And Shadow Lugia is not a thing outside of Pokemon Coliseum because you have to purify it in order to get it to leave. And honestly, with the Team Rocket Go nonsense that they did, that would have been a perfect opportunity to introduce Shadow Lugia back into the mainstream games. They could have done it. Shiny Shuckle is pretty good. From a raspberry to a blueberry. Or a blue raspberry. Well, we're just a little over an hour in, and we are on 5 encounters. We're not going super fast. I've only done 5 encounters in an hour. Well, an hour and 10 minutes, really, so it's definitely taken a little bit of time to do. So yeah, 2 hours per 10 encounters, pretty bad. Oh, that is a great question. I think, technically speaking, my first shiny ever was a Magikarp in Pokemon Sword and Shield. In a few of my streams before, I have been under the impression that my first shiny might have been a Weedle in Generation 1. However, if I remember correctly, they wouldn't have been shiny in Generation 1. It would have been shiny in Generation 2 if I traded it over. And I think I'm mixing up a story, and I think what I thought was my first shiny Weedle was actually me binging and grinding the heck out of the Viridian Forest trying to get my Pokemon strong enough to beat Brock. Because I always chose Charmander, and, you know, all my Pokemon sucked that way. But in Pokemon Blue, Caterpie had a higher encounter rate than Weedle, and Weedle was extremely rare and only appeared in, like, 2 places in Viridian Forest. And I just happened to be grinding in one of those 2 locations. And I think I ran into a Weedle and didn't realize and fully process that it was a different Pokemon from Caterpie. And that's why I think I might have found a shiny, is like this one was obviously yellow as opposed to grayish green. Yes, Sabior, technically speaking, Gyarados from the Lake of Rage was also my first shiny as well, but I don't count that one. I just find it super serendipitous and ironic that that's our first technical shiny because, you know, it was given to you. But from a realistic aspect, it's also my first, you know, regular shiny that I found because I was running away from a herd of Magikarp, or a school, I guess, since they're fish. And, like, I didn't want to battle them because Magikarp's stupid. And I was riding my bike away from them, and one of them just jumped up out of the water and slapped me in the face, I guess. And it was shiny. So I was, like, actively trying to avoid the Pokemon, and it ended up being shiny. It was pretty cool. Shiny Bidoof, yeah! Ponyta, that's a good one. Yeah, and if my first shiny was actually a shiny Weedle, it could have been in Fire Red. Honestly, it's been so long ago, I can't really remember fully, because, like, I wasn't paying attention to that back then. My entire thing was complete the decks, complete the decks, complete the decks. A blue unknown? That would be cool. Hey, Brian, you have a great evening. We'll catch you later. Shiny Weedle, I think, is more green than yellow, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's darker green. Well, darker yellow. You think it's more yellow? Yeah, it's less orange and more yellow. That's what it is. Well, kiddo, I'm glad you didn't nap for too long. That would have been bad. Don't cry about it. You don't cry about it. Nothing to cry about. Although I cry when I wake up too, so I'm with you there, man. I'm so glad this baby is pretty mild-mannered. He doesn't really fuss a whole lot, which is nice. Except for when he's hungry and doesn't want to go to sleep also. That's really the only times where he just squawks incessantly. Are you ready for that bottle you wouldn't eat earlier? Yeah, we're gonna have to take a halftime and go make some food. $1,193 shinies. Hot dang. I've caught in a good fair amount, but only during community day, and I only participate out of like 1 out of every 4 community days because I feel like their marketing for community days is terrible. Usually I don't even know they're going on. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was checking on Pokemon Go. I can't even find it. There's Pokemon Go. The uncatchable shiny Poochyena? No. I have yet to encounter that. Oh, don't be like that. Go meet my kid. Okay. We're gonna put that down. We're gonna go get him a bottle, and we'll be right back. A shiny Froakie would be cool. There we go, dude. They have a community day once every month, right? A shiny Pachirisu in SV in less than 6 eggs? That's pretty epic. I'm at like... Well, I hunted Sprigatito most recently, and I'm still looking for my last one. I got 2 out of my 3 that I'm looking for. Oh, my eggs hatched. Let's see if we get a shiny. Nope. Got a nice turtle, though. Tortuga. I feel like when I work out more and like go for runs, I play Pokemon Go a lot more, which makes sense. But I just wish that they could pick like a set weekend, like, hey, Pokemon Community Day is going to be the second weekend of every month. And have it be on a Saturday and Sunday, not just one day. I don't know, maybe I'm asking for too much with that. You walk 4 miles to work, so that's your main playtime? Hey, that tracks, that checks out. Okay, you're not too close to dead. You'll live. I think I would solve my problems if I would just get on to Pokemon Go more frequently. Where do I get the news? News! Is early AM, so no raids? I mean, surely when you walk home from work, there's Oh, dang, that Mudkip is pretty good. Surely when you walk home, there's raids on the walk home, yeah? Ooh. Torchic, your defense sucks. Ah, I missed Community Day 3 days ago. Oh no, it's July 9th. It's Sunday. For Squirtle, I don't need no shiny Squirtle. I got like a bunch of those. Shiny Deontay for Pokemon Go Fest 32 days ago. That's lame. Dang, I can't believe I missed that. RIP. Oh. I mean, I feel like if you got it and you wanted the shiny bad enough, you would go out of your way to get it. if you paid for it, you know? I mean, I don't go outside too much, but I would definitely be getting it for a guaranteed shiny, like, myself. Because legitimate shiny Mews are almost non-existent. They're pretty rare, even with the Pokemon Go ones. As somebody who has a bot dedicated to trading legal Pokemon that are generated, I still think it's pretty valuable for myself to have fully legitimate shinies. Like, I love being able to have those. So, like, I trade out my illegitimate ones whenever I get them. It depends on how avid you are at it. Like, it can take months or it can take a few hours. Like, usually it's going to depend greatly on, do you have to, you know, invite 5 friends? Do you have to, you know, send goodies to your friends every day for 20 days? Do you have to sign on for a 20-day streak? That's going to be the main hindrance. Like, I had to do 10 days of... Yeah, I think it was 10 days of visiting a Pokestop to get shiny, or to get just regular Jirachi, and it took me a year and a half to get it just because I would always break my streak. Hey, we'll see you, Angle. Thank you for joining. You will get it then. Very nice. Very cool. Just so you guys know, if I get this in less than 200 encounters, I will have made Jirachi shiny history. Just letting you know. I think the current record is like 280. Okay, this one's wrapped around. I would love to get that, Sabior. Let's get it done. At 87 encounters, we'll get it. Why my name is Sean, I have no idea, but that is my name now, so I'm committed. I think for me, the biggest hindrance to actually playing and enjoying Pokemon Go right now is I hate the Team Go Rocket. Like, it's alright, but they're just so annoying. It's like, just give me my Pokestops and let me be on my way. Yes, using RNG would be considered legit. Unfortunately, this one, I couldn't use RNG method to get because the game is off when doing it. RNG just doesn't really exist for this one. For this one, it entirely depends on what version of Jirachi this bonus disc chooses to send you. If I understand it right. Like, for this Jirachi, because its trainer ID will always be the same, what we're looking for is the shiny PID to be generated, which isn't generated on this game. I don't think it's generated as a pre-made file on the disk. Level 1 fully evolved Pokemon, that's funny. It's like, I have an unhealthy obsession with catching Mareep in Pokemon Go. Like, I don't care if I need the candies or how many shinies I got of it. Like, I have to catch Mareep, like, every single time I see it. Excuse you, you have a bottle. There we go. How many shiny Mareep did I get? I'm not rightly sure, but I think I have at least 3. Although they're not Mareep anymore. Obviously, one's a Flaffy and one's an Ampharos, but... Apparently you're done, huh? Like, as soon as I'm done catching these Mareep, I'll go check how many shinies I have. I may have moved them to my Pokemon Home account, though, so... Let's see. Gosh dang it. Wow, this game doesn't want to slide very well, that's for dang sure. Yeah, I moved him over to my Pokemon Home account already. In Pokemon Go, I have 0 shiny Mareep. Blasphemy. Oh. There, does that make you happier, bud? Do we need to get you your screen time and whatnot? Hey, Connor, thanks for the luck. You have a great night. Ooh, I almost used a potion. Wouldn't have been good. There. That better? Oh, what am I doing with my life? I'm just sitting here wondering why this Pokemon hasn't died yet. We hit Growl. And, like, nobody's calling me on it. That's funny. Yeah, I guess this one isn't very lightning of a round. Oh, you gonna get my face? Is that what's going on? Oh, that's what happened. How did I manage to move those? Has that always... no way has that been a thing. Cool. Yeah, somehow I managed to switch the moves for Growl and Scratch. That was crazy. Okay, buddy. We're gonna put you down to go play. We gotta get to at least 90 in this stream before I call it a night and go to bed, so that's where we're at. We have 20 minutes until we've been streaming for 2 hours. Obviously, we're not gonna hit the mark, but we'll be pretty close. My ear's tickling. Yeah, I think I might next stream return to BDSP for a Darkrai or Arceus hunt. I need both of those to complete a set since I have Dialga, Palkia, and Cresselia. I need to get Darkrai to finish that duo and Arceus to finish that trio. Well, technically Arceus is in a class of its own. Giratina would be the trio completion. And that is going to be the 87th. Oh, dang it. Okay, apparently A-B start select doesn't work. Oh, but that does. Okay, okay. We can do this a little bit faster. Arceus may as well be its own thing. I think it is. I mean, it's not a part of the trio because it created the trio. Although I'm more of a persuasion that Giratina isn't so much a creation of Arceus, is that it is Arceus' shadow. The fact that Arceus came into existence equated to Giratina coming into existence, in my humble opinion. Also, I tried out this whole A is the original trainer thing. I don't know if I can do it, just because, like, if a shiny starter happens to pop up my way, like, I'm going to be really peeved that it doesn't have my trainer name, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter because we're going for Jirachi. I have shiny versions of all of these anyways, I think. Go set the clock in your room. I'm sorry, Mom. Please don't hurt me. The good thing with where I'm at in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl is I can dual hunt Darkrai easily enough and get 2 encounters at a time. So that's cool. I have 2 Nintendo Switch OLEDs that I now have in my possession, and I can put my Diamond on one, my Pearl on the other, and dual hunt them both at the same time. It is pretty efficient. And I do believe that I have a Darkrai on both of them. Unless I did a dumb and I caught the Darkrai to show how to do it, which would be really dumb of me. I'm going to have to check that after the stream and just double check. Come by my lab later. Okay. By later, I mean right now, because I'm dragging you there, kicking and screaming. It's like, if not, I'm pretty sure, like, I have multiple Switch files that I'm sure has that. And at the very least, I have a bunch of modded Switches that I can force the encounter, like as far as getting to the island. Not really worried about getting there. Oh, that's how I did that. What's the matter? You don't even know, do you? It's definitely a lot more efficient than hunting this, anyways. Because shiny hunting this is tedious. I think I can cut down on my save time a little bit more, too. Just being more efficient. Yeah, I think that switch behind me, I have a save file that caught the Darkrai. All those pink squares are their IP address, essentially. So that I can tell, like, on my computer out in the living room is where I run the bots, so that it doesn't interfere with the recording and whatnot. But each of the assistbot programs needs to communicate with its own Nintendo Switch for the giveaways and stuff. So I have, you know, my IP address, x.x.x.1, x.x.x.2, so on and so forth, and those sticky notes tell me which number the Switch is, so that when I go out there and click up the program and it's not working right, I can see, oh, that's IP address 20, I need to go find the Switch with the 20 sticky note and mess with it to get it updated and working right. They also tell me at a quick glance what game each of them is capable of running at any given time. I am going to be working through over the next few months to get them all able to do every game so that I don't have to worry about which Switch is being utilized for what purpose at what time. I can just swap them and grab and go. Yeah, it's for the bots. There was not a way to shiny hunt Genesect. That one was an event only. I think in Black and White, they shiny locked that event. Along with the Meloetta event that I don't think they actually did. No, they did it. Yeah, those two were shiny locked events. Yeah, it wasn't until, like, Generation 7, I think, where we got the shiny Genesect. Just press B to everything and I think we'll be alright. I am still waiting for the shiny fail of the Poochyena that I can't catch. Just like the shiny Starly we can't catch. I have to keep a closer eye on my kid because he can crawl now. And he easily runs away. You only have the regular one. He's your favorite mythical. Wish there was another way to get the event. Oh, yeah. I believe... Well, Genesect was an American event as well, just as far as shiny is the issue. There was an event for Genesect on the Nintendo Switch with Sword and Shield. You could get it... I think they eventually did it for the US. Yeah, that's a Volcanion, I think, over there. I'll double check here when I'm done with this encounter. But yeah, I did get a Genesect from a Japanese event. I actually bought it off of eBay. Somebody was just basically buying Pokemon cards and getting the points for the Genesects and giving them away or selling them on eBay. So not only did they like get their Pokemon cards, they actually comped some of their money back because they sold the Genesect codes. I was desperate enough at the time that I bought those because I wanted to make sure that I had a legit Genesect, Marshadow, and Volcanion for my Pokemon Home account. And I don't know if the ones that I did have were legit or not, but I trashed them when I got the legit ones because, like, I know these ones are fine now. No question. I'm actually not even sure that was needed. You got your Genesect from Oris? Yeah, they did do an event back then, I think. Might have been the year they did the shiny version. Good thing we're going to be ending this here shortly after one more encounter after this one, because he's getting pretty crabby. So if I just grab that potion, I should be fine, but I think there's still a way to fail it even with the potion. It was 6 minutes. So yeah, it did shave some time off, not battling all those trainers. Yes. Yeah, so the US had this event on Sword and Shield for Genesect and Volcanion. And then separate one for Marshadow. I was so stoked for that one. Have I not? How did I not? Yo, what? Surely, okay, I did use one. I have two that I haven't even used. What in the... No, that's so sad. Well, those are dead. I started keeping my cards from the giveaways. Yeah, that's just sad. Wait. Can I also... Nope. I have to do that. Ooh. A Flabébé? I haven't caught that yet. Pokemon. alright, we got this. 90th encounter, we're on our way. Yeah, this is going to be the last one for tonight. I've been really contemplating with using... Like, if I could get my GameCube up here in a easy place to change out the game cart, I would seriously consider using 2 games at once. Maybe even 3 games at once, just to reset on one while I'm resetting on the other and kind of get 2 encounters going a little bit faster, because I don't think the cart matters, because like I said, I think the shiny is generated on the disc before it's sent over, so it shouldn't matter what disc or what game I attach to it. I may see about doing that, seeing if that yields any higher results, just because it would let us do encounters a little bit faster, but that one I might need somebody to work with me on so that I can do them a little bit faster. Basically just check to see if it's shiny on this while somebody does the other one. I don't know. Then again, I don't want it to be said that I faked it by swapping out a cartridge that had one preloaded on it, so I think it's better that I keep everything hooked up and el natural. That and just the illegitimacy of swapping out the game cards, because you never know what's going on behind the scenes. Like, you could clip and cut videos pretty easily to, you know, mess with that. I'm just waiting for the random shiny worm pull. Ooh, we almost made it without an encounter. Yeah, if it does happen, I believe I can. No, I don't even have Pokeballs right now. You right, I can't catch it, even if it does happen. Ooh, attack down, no bueno. See, this is the type of crap that makes it so that you can't beat it even with a potion. Without doing the extra battles. But it looks like we'll come out alright. He don't know where he going, but he's going somewhere fast. Yeah, actually, I think tomorrow I will do some shiny hunting with BDSP. I think that might be a good idea. I think that would be fun. A little bit of a break from Jirachi, because Jirachi can be tedious. Either that or I'm going to do Pokemon Coliseum, one of the two. Camera bugging. Six minutes is the fastest we can possibly do, it looks like. Awesome! That's great to have people tuning in to the streams. Makes them do better, makes the channel do better. Makes me feel special. And it's even better when we find them. Find the shinies. My nightly routine before going to bed is hatching Sprigatito eggs, and hopefully tonight it'll switch to Fuecoco eggs. I'm slowly working through shiny hunting the SV decks. I don't know if I'm going to stream every single one because I feel like that would be tedious and boring, because egg hunting is not the easiest. Well, easiest. It's pretty easy. It's not the most entertaining thing ever. So at that point, it's really just conversation while hatching eggs. I mean, we have a lot of time to conversate doing this one for sure anyways. So, I mean, it gets used to it. You slept so good that day. That's funny. And no shiny. But that was encounter number 90. So we're getting closer to the triple digits. That'll be awesome. Hopefully we don't have to get into the quadruple digits ever, but it could happen. So thanks, Douglas, for hanging out the whole stream. Everybody else who's watching, thank you guys as well. We'll catch you guys tomorrow when we stream some sort of content.